They stay a game behind Michigan in the Big Ten East race. Curtis Samuel, the H-back, on the move, as is Marcus Baugh, and they will go with the QB-designed run.
Holding, offense, number 54.
Again, it's Samuel, the motion man. Dontre Wilson is slotted to the near side. Barrett surveys the field, will fire downfield. And is the pass picked off at the 30-yard line by J.C. Jackson, who will return it for a touchdown. There is
pass interference, defense number 7, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
Sophomore here at Maryland.
J.C. Jackson's here now. Barrett's eyes are to the right. All of a sudden, he's coming back on his break. He's got time to come back. He just doesn't time it up well, and you see he's kind of getting to the receiver.
Mike Weber now in at tailback, and he'll try and get to the edge. Well done defensively from... Empty set here on 2nd and 10. Barrett looking left the whole way, and it's caught by Samuel underneath, out to...
Fortunately, Michigan only got there 5 times. The bulk of their yards was on the early down and distance. It's finally getting a situation where they have a chance.
Weber and Samuel joining Barrett in the backfield, and it's into the belly of Curtis Samuel, breaking a tackle across midfield and down to...
See the tight end come across, kicks the outside defender. Again, Anna Bonham, number 41, has to do a nice job of pressing that back in, and of course we talked about it, the inside...
Receiving, and Anthony's already got 2 touches for 22 yards on their first drive of the day. Downfield to Noah Brown, and it's caught. Maryland defense, so the Buckeyes looking for something similar this afternoon. Samuel down to the bottom of your screen. Barrett looking that way, he'll throw it to his tight end Baugh. Samuel trying to get the... 5 catches in the Penn State game, 4 more last week against Nebraska for the 6'5" junior out of Riverside, California. He'll switch to the right side of the line.
Top of the screen, Noah Brown, number 80, is a target in the red zone.
Barrett the give to Weber, the stiff arm, and down to the 2.
This run game. Again, you see the multiple formations and movements trying to confuse the defense.
Samuel getting to the outside, got around Anna Bonham, touchdown Buckeyes.
For 41, Anna Bonham on the left side of your screen. Doesn't get outside. He's engaged. He's in the right spot, but he doesn't feel that way he does.
Still haven't seen tight end on that list, Anthony Beck. Unable to follow in your footsteps so far. This is J.T. Barrett. He'll get into Maryland's here.
Ohio State's offense has been successful.
And don't forget that Michigan-Iowa game coming up tonight, 8 o'clock on ABC. Weber gets to the outside. Mike Weber down to the 20.
Number 2 Cockle right here. He's got the ability to go make those plays, but he doesn't have a lot of those instincts he lacks at the linebacker position. He played quarterback. You see right there a perfect example of not being in a spot set to make a play.
They're going to run that jet sweep to Curtis Samuel, looking for a block on the edge. Weaving his way down inside the 10, inside the 5.
Our receivers, Weber, now they're speeding this tempo up in the red zone.
Barrett keeps, and J.T. Barrett scores. They do have 2 other quarterbacks that have seen playing time this year. And Barrett will throw it to the outside, and Weber... Again, they'll clear out that backfield for J.T. Barrett runs out of time, and down he goes. Good pressure coming that.
Number 18. Again, it's just timing. There's good protection. He gets the scan all the way across the field, but he's got to feel and know that he...
Against 4-man pressure, and it's batted down by Walker at the line of scrimmage. It's their win here at Maryland, 4 in a row. Barrett out to the 3rd.
Ball a lot early on in this game. Try to get the extra guy in the box.
This is another touch for Curtis Samuel. Good blocking again on the edge for the Buckeyes. And
early on in the game, so far, pretty good.
Weber wrapped up after a short gain. That was
blocking and some receivers making plays. The perimeter game has been working.
Barrett, good protection again. He's going to try for Samuel. The deep ball broken up.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27.
It's for the Buckeyes here in the first quarter. They'll motion A.J. Alexander, the tight end. Play action from Barrett. Again, looking for the deep ball to Samuel into the end zone. Hits him in stride. Touchdown.
This guy can't do.
Percy Harvin, one of his studs from his days at Florida. Samuel, by the way, is the co-offensive player of the week in the Big Ten this week. And the passes,
it's a quick whipping throw. Watch this. Great protection. Reads the field. Finds the open man. But it's a snap hard. Got to follow through.
Working behind that offensive line, anchored by Pat Elflein, the center. And that's where Weber will run.
Have to be able to break on the football.
It comes back far, like a catcher in baseball almost, and he has one speed. It's a hard ball.
And the hurdle. Not your typical wideout, Anthony. You're beaming up here. You're so
seeing
proud.
the tight ends make plays like that. I'd like to see him run them over, but hey, if you're going to jump up, get over him. Start lowering that shoulder, it makes you a dangerous player.
Well, speed up the tempo on third down, and Barrett, by the way, 7 for 8 in the air for 108 yards. Out of the pistol with Weber, the play action, lobbing it to Noah Brown, tried to back shoulder it.
Pass interference. Defense, number 7.
For 200 yards of total offense already. Barrett, run option right. JT will keep it, and he will be stuffed by the middle linebacker.
JT Barrett wasn't able to do it there.
They'll try to punch it in with Weber up the middle.
Oh, but you get this close, you trust your offensive line.
Barrett weaving his way towards the goal line, and he's in. Big thank you to the service of all our veterans around the world. First and 10 for Ohio State. A third of their plays so far have been for over 10 yards. Barrett's looking for another one. Going deep to Samuel. Couldn't hang on in the end zone.
Trying to throw the ball down the field. First of all, get your hands on him. But if you don't hold him off the first 5 yards, he's going to try to run right by. The ball's a little underthrown. That's a ball they'll see
that until the ball's in the air. A tremendous advantage. I don't understand why more corners don't do that.
They've been picking on Alvin Hill. This is Barrett. He will keep. Has the time, looking for Campbell, incomplete. Just Wilson and Weber are in the backfield. Barrett will keep, gets hit behind the line, and he won't get away from Roman Braglio.
Yeah, it's much better now. Come on now.
I'll tell you a great story. When we spoke with Urban Meyer yesterday.
Life. They need to get down to the 44, and Weber will get them there, down to the 39. We've got just about 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and a 28-3 Ohio State lead. They're on the move again. Weber bouncing to the outside. Good stiff arm to pick up the first down. Nice block out on the edge. Would reach 1,000 for the season.
False start. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Started every game up front for the Buckeyes this year. Very consistent along the line. Samuel finding space, ducks under a tackle.
Receiver gets their eyes on eyes. Anytime the quarterback and receiver can find each other, he's in the holes to get in front of the quarterback's eyes. Now Samuel's is 10 times faster than Jason Witten, but he is a player that JT Barrett's leaning on in this offense.
Well, fake the jet sweep to him, and Barrett, surrounded by red jerseys, will step out. Weber will give it to Samuel, coming the other way, and he will waltz in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Person you worked with in the past?
Former Buckeye legend.
Oh, that's all.
And a long-timer in the NFL. I've been blessed by wonderful co-work. 300 and rush for over 100 today. Ohio State looking for more here before halftime, and the catch is made by Paris Campbell.
Collapses and still keep his eyes downfield and make a completion. JT Barrett can do a lot of good things.
He's got a guy running free at the 20-yard line. The catch is made by Dontre Wilson, who dives 32 yards on that connection. Barrett on the rollout. There's Wilson wide open, and he will stroll in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Two outside receivers are going to run inside, pick everybody off. Nobody home for Wilson.
And Anthony, the safety's got to be smarter than that. He's got to.
They've got a couple of timeouts. Demario McCall is now in at running back, and he will get the carry. Spun.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 65, 15-yard penalty. The down
It's the
counts,
fifth-year
second
senior,
down.
the All-American. A little farther back for Barrett, but still time for Ohio State. They'll check it down to McCall, and McCall will get out of bounds.
Seeing some of these young receivers make some plays.
On third down, the low snap to Barrett, and then the pass is batted down. Back to start out this third quarter. Curtis Samuel is not on the field for Ohio State, and it is McCall out of the backfield, and he's got some running room. Down inside the 20.
By McCall, he gets outside. Number 43, Brooks, the linebacker. He's an oversized hybrid. He just cannot stay with the speed of McCall and gets in the wide open field. It looks like he made a take on
that foot race. And then when McCall got slowed down, he caught him from behind. Barrett clears the backfield, looks downfield, incomplete, intent.
late. You got to make sure you get some separation from the defensive back.
Hit as he throws, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Get a chance to play some other receivers, and again with different receivers, JT Barrett's going to have to find some consistency.
Barrett had to pick the snap off the ground, and again he is taken down.
I'll tell you what, Beth, it was a chore getting up here, but the view is unbelievable.
Coming from a guy that runs sprint.
Check out a lot of the game from here.
We're watching your camera right alongside you there with Ernie right now. We've got your view from up there behind Barrett and Dontre Wilson. And off the pump fake, he'll throw it up.
Things that they do up front.
And I think the important thing about this view is you get the view the quarterback is seeing. So you're seeing the depth issues that he has to read the safety, and if the safety's coming down or where the cornerback shows up. So definitely a great perspective up here. And you know this, Anthony, when you're watching.
Not the biggest guy, 5'10", 195. So that coupled with the two defenders.
And
the same thing for the defense, especially the linebackers and the safety. Their view, their perspective, they got to be able to view in, see the quarterback, but also at the corner of their eyes, their peripheral vision, see where the wide receiver routes are happening.
Barrett's going to run out of bounds. Sure, that actually isn't there.
Right.
Thrown out into the flat, and a completion to
five-star guys make plays.
See that width there on the outside. I mean, it's using all facets. It's 53 yards across. And anytime you spread defenders out and you
really damage defenders, and you know they're out there with some of the cornerbacks having to cover a guy like Samuel wide open with a lot of space and opportunity around him. It cleans the look up. If you got everyone condensed down in, you don't know if a linebacker's going to blitz or a safety's going to come from depth or a corner's going to come off the edge. You spread them out a little bit. It just helps the quarterback's vision.
Whoa, did you see Samuel slide over to take the Wildcat? It ends up with Paris Campbell on the turf.
After the play was over, personal foul, made it out of bounds. Defense number 22. Penalized half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Samuel subtly slide over, get behind the center. Barrett takes it and then flips it to 21. And Campbell's been an explosive player. They like to get him in space, and that hit right there.
Teams are going to play, especially that team up north. They'll play here in a couple weeks. Of just one more facet of this offense they got to practice against.
Joe Burrow is now in at quarterback.
Player two, don't be fooled. He had over 11,000 yards passing, but also 2,000 rushing in high school.
Look at the push, the legs turning from Demario McCall. Defense, total yardage for Maryland as the third quarter starts to wind down is just 177 yards. And they've held them to the fourth quarter. Is that a little J.T. Barrett and a little Zane?
Number
False
11.
start. Offense, number 30.
And big big body linebacker, 250, just big shoulder pads. I'll never forget him playing against him when they were number 1 in the country, and very promising. A lot of money getting dumped in here, Beth. You have Under Armour tagged into this whole situation. These are things that DJ Durkin is trying to sell to recruits.
The guy who's been in locker rooms with Harbaugh and Urban Meyer as an assistant coach, and now steering the ship here at Maryland. Burrow on second down, tipped and caught by KJ Hill.
Able to hold on to it.
A fortuitous bounce for 31 yards for the Buckeyes. Demario McCall.
Games like this, you get back in practice, they're always competing. You get young players to compete, and that's how he finds his starters week in and week out. New safeties, corners, these guys get reps because of that competitiveness, Beth.
He sits on the night. Still 10 minutes to go.
Of course, DJ Durkin is coaching. That's getting guys prepared, and every coach says it. We're getting ready for November. So all of these games, they've kind of built themselves up, and whether it's a loss to Penn State, which they've grown from, and they've gotten better.
Burrow throwing deep to the end zone. Flags fly. And
true freshman, 6'4".
Defense, number 7. That penalty's declined. Result of the play. Touchdown.
6'6".
This is Demario McCall on the carry. Of course, a lot of fans don't know which network it'll be on just yet, but it's a noon kick somewhere on the ESPN networks. Flag is down. McCall versus
Personal
number
foul.
2 game after.
Shot clock. Offense, number 69 and number 79.
A piece of the chess match there that they will come up. They'll have to make a decision, whether it's a 4th down and short, whether you go for what you're doing, and you hopefully. The chess match starts too on Monday.
North. They don't even like to mention the word Michigan.
That could be something special again in a few weeks' time. Burrow will throw it downfield, incomplete.
To help him as a coach, just as an example, how to train, how to prepare, how to have the right mindset for battle when things get tough here late in the year. So
play a team that you're heavily favored against, you get lackadaisical, especially on the road. They were prepared. Coach Meyer said, look, I'm getting to coach against a friend of mine, but this is business and we need this win.
15-year career. This is the first time his teams have gone back-to-back 60 plus.
On the pay, the salary tree, because he's coming over, a former defensive coordinator with the Philadelphia Eagles. I talked to him before the game. He's the eyes behind the eyes, so you get all kinds. He definitely loves the opportunity working with Urban Meyer. He's known him for over 25, 30 years, and you get to see a little bit of what he's doing now currently, and I'm sure he's going to prepare himself to maybe get himself. See the rushing disparity, Beth, just huge numbers. Tribute to their offense and, of course, their defense of just shutting down Maryland.
Final minute here in College Park.
And I think they did that for Maryland on the other side. They got a lot of work to do. They have some promising young talent, Beth. But the process is just starting for DJ Durkin with the plans in the facility and, of course, getting some of these players.